There was once a time when music was used to bring people together, not break them apart. There was once a time when music was used to kill evil communities, not the communities themselves. There was once a time when music brought pride to one's culture and strengthened the souls of slaves, not their chains. But that's just it. There was a time. It's long gone and something else has taken its place. A culture built on pride and strength now prides itself on false strength. The sellouts took the gun out of the hands of a racist and turned it on their own people. They took the words of a racist and rapped them to a beat, and for that we idolize them. We sometimes underestimate the power that music has over our minds. To fully tackle the topic at hand, we must accept the facts. Humans are and have always been hardwired to respond to music. Music is so powerful it is thought to one day be able to heal the minds of Parkinson's and stroke victims. We also have to acknowledge the fact that music stimulates the brain more than any other human function. With that being said, there has been a rise in violent lyrics within the genre of hip-hop, and a decline from its original purpose. When hip-hop started, the creators had high hopes for it. Hip-hop started as a movement to rid communities of drugs and violence. The Zulu Nation is one example. The elders mentored the younger generation, while the younger generation protected the women. Original hip-hop produced masterpieces such as E.D.O.G. and the Bulldogs' Be a Father to Your Child, which served as a positive message to young black boys and exalted fatherhood. Lauryn Hill talked about the importance of a woman's self-respect in her song Doo-Wop. KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, Diddy Nice, MC Lyte, Public Enemy, and others produced a song called Self-Destruction, which pleaded to end black-on-black crime. However, as gangster rap emerged, a new philosophy took over. Drugs, violence, and poverty, and using women as nothing more than sex objects were praised. According to a study conducted by the University of California, Berkeley, rap has pushed drugs 6 times as much in the last 2 decades. After studying and analyzing the lyrics to over 340 rap lyrics between the years 1979 and 1997, psychologists discovered rappers commend drug use, minimize drug-related consequences, and increase the perception that drugs equal success in life. In fact, the reference of drugs started substantially low and increased over time. The University of California, Berkeley study showed that of the 38 most popular rap songs of 1979 and 1984, only 11%, 4 songs, contained drug references. By the late 1980s, the number increased to 19%, and by 1993 to 63%. Women were no longer respected, instead they were shown as sex objects and talked about like they were less than human. Artists such as Lil Wayne, Eminem, Drake, Rick Ross, A$AP Rocky, 50 Cent, etc. have called women bitches and hoes, while having scantily clad women shaking next to them as they rap. It has gotten to the point where women proudly call themselves bad bitches as a form of compliment. The point is proven by a study conducted by Wetzer and Karubin in 2009, who discovered that after studying 403 rap songs, 67% of them portrayed sexual violence against women, degrading terms against women, and glorification of prostitution. After seeing the shocking revelation of the UC Berkeley studies, I decided to conduct my own. I chose a very popular rapper from Englewood, Chicago. Chief Keef is an idol in his hometown as well as Chicago in a whole. Englewood is one of the toughest neighborhoods in Chicago, and Keef was dubbed their messiah during a documentary entitled Chirac. I decided to review 8 of his songs, and I made shocking revelations. He referenced to drugs over 21 times, 17 times to the violence used of an automatic weapon, 6 times to gang allegiance, 7 times to calling women bitches and hoes, while also mentioning acting ruthless and murdering niggas. Many other rappers have become guilty of these accusations as well. Marshall Mathers, also known as Eminem, is a worldwide phenomenon who is possibly one of the most influential rappers of our time. After reviewing 10 of his hit songs, Eminem referenced drugs 17 times, 26 times to the act of murder. He addressed women as bitches 8 times and referenced alcohol use 6 times. One of the most popular MCs in Britain, So Solid Crew, glorified gun culture and aggressive acts amongst other African Americans. Many artists still portray these ideas, such as Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg, NWA, Dr. Dre. Arguably, this is a strong factor for the rate of blacks being homicide victims to be 6 times higher than white victims. Black males aged 18 to 24 also make up 40% of gunshot victims. Black men also make up 41% of inmates. However, the female rappers are not innocent either. Nicki Minaj is a worldwide icon in the rap game. I analyzed 5 of her songs. She mentioned sex 17 times, refers to herself as a bad bitch 12 times, refers to herself as a 5-star bitch 9 times, violence against niggas 5 times, gang glorification 3 times, gun violence 4 times, and drug reference 3 times. You must acknowledge that her demographic is mostly children. Even Nicki states, quote, "To be honest, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want her listening to Nicki Minaj CD until she was a certain age. Even when I met my friends and they tell me they are 12, I cringe a bit. I always say, listen, I don't want you saying bad words or put school first," end quote. According to the APA's 2003 study, they found that aggressive lyrics lead to aggressive behavior. In a study of violent and nonviolent lyrics, they kept many songs, the beat the same, the artist remained the same, but the lyrics were either violent or nonviolent. The violent songs increased feelings of hostility without provocation or threat. According to the authors, this effect was not the result of difference in musical styles, specific performing artists, or arousal properties of the songs. Even the humorous, violent songs increased aggressive thoughts. The AP also states, quote, "Repeated exposure to violent lyrics may contribute to developing an aggressive personality and could indirectly create a more hostile social environment." End quote. After many years of study in music's influence on the mind, psychologist Alan Watts stated, "When you have a motive attachment to the wording itself and it puts itself on the mind, you won't forget it and it will affect your personality." Music is a very powerful tool. What is being used for?
Do I stop?